Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Technical Beast server. It is FTB time and today's episode is going to be a good one. It's going to be longer than usual because I've been very busy and got lots of stuff to show you. So last episode we were working on this ITNT machine, which you can see has been partially disassembled, and immediately after recording that episode me and Ravens were having a discussion about the machine. We found ways to improve it and make it better, and you guys suggested a load of things in the comments as well, so I'm going to be addressing that. And let me show you the new machine that I've been designing. This is it over here. Now in terms of compactness, there's not a lot that you can do because you need like a separate thing for each thing. So you need somewhere where the gunpowder comes in from, somewhere for the sand and gravel, and so what I decided I would do is just kind of make it modular. So this thing right here produces the sand, and I've gone for a vertical design there, so if ever I want to expand the production of this I expand it upwards, and the same thing goes for the sand as well, and I think it looks pretty cool as well like that. If you were to put that inside a big building, that would definitely look really cool. Maybe you have a staircase or something leading up to the top, but out here in the open it does look a bit odd, but that's just the design that I've gone for. I quite like how it looks, and so you may be wondering how this works. Well, me and Ravens were doing some testing, and what we found out is that you can actually I've just realised I'm missing something here. Oh no, we're not, we've got a pipe there. There we go, okay. You can actually draw with the auto crafting table from the side. You can draw out of a barrel as well as a chest, and also you can pull directly from a machine like this. So this rotary macerator, that crafting table there is going to pull the items straight out of it. So one of the first things we talked about and Ravens pointed out is that there's another recipe for ITNT. Let's just bring that up. Spelt that wrong, it's industrial TNT. There we go. Okay, so this is the other recipe that you can use, and I was just using this because that was how I was shown. Didn't think about it twice, but since we're producing gravel out of thin air, it makes sense just to use the flint straight away. You know, it's going to make things faster and more compact and easier to understand. So that's what we're going for here. So this produces gravel, and a chance it can produce flint as well, and that flint is actually going to get voided. Same for the gravel that comes out of this machine, and there's a good reason for that. But yeah, so they get voided, so only gravel goes into here, only sand goes into there. For gunpowder, I still need to work on a farm or a constant source that will supply this with enough gunpowder to keep up with the sand and gravel that we're producing. But for now, we have stored up tons of barrels that we can use all at once to feed that with plenty of gunpowder. So with our knowledge of how the crafting tables can pull items out of things next to them, we've designed this compact little thing right here. It could possibly be made more compact with the arrangement of these electronic engines, and also I decided to power it with electrical wire by powering all of the blocks that these engines were attached to, and it made a bee which reminded me of Beast, like Technical Beast. So I started making this just for fun, just to see what it looked like. It does look pretty cool actually, having the letters drawn like that on the iron blocks. And I don't know why I started building with iron blocks as well. It's just something that I do in creative, is I always use the iron block. I like the texture, and here on the server we have so much iron that I can just build with it like that, so I thought that would be fun. And what was the other thing? Oh yes, a lot of people suggested to use a logic gate. Now I can never pronounce it correctly, but there's one that you can put on here which will send a redstone pulse, and I think it can extract items every 6 seconds, and a lot of people were saying it's a waste to use the electrical engines. Well, it's not really a waste because we have so many solar panels to use, and that's something I'm going to be showing you in a bit. We have crafted a serious amount of solar panels, and we've got some fellas here who've been following me around because underneath this thing it's an absolute mob spawner. Look at that. How funny. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the electrical engines. Now, some people were speculating if these are faster or not. I've been doing some testing, and what I found out is the electrical engines will pull out a stack at a time. So they actually pull out, I think, a stack of items at the same rate that a redstone engine would pull out one item. Now this gate that we can attach to the pipe is supposed to be 6 times faster than a redstone engine, and this has the potential to be, you know, 64 times faster because it pulls out a stack all at once. So that is why I've used the electrical engines here, because I want to pull out as much as possible, because our sand and gravel production has been calculated for the ingredients that we need. So let's go and look, and I've actually just made a mistake, I do believe. I've calculated 4 sand to 6 gravel, and no, we need 12, but that's fine because I think it means I can just build more of these. So what I did is I done some testing. I measured the machines and how much they produce over a certain amount of time, and what I found is that we produce 1 sand every 4 seconds, and then there's a 10% chance of 1 gravel, so every 40 seconds you should get one of those. And then a rock crusher, every 5 seconds you get 1 gravel and the occasional flint. The chance is 10%, I do believe, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I was trying to calculate how much the redstone engines would pull through, but obviously you can see 1 item a second is very slow because we can have lots of these machines. So it took me a while to calculate it, and I'm not going to try and redo the maths on camera because I might get it wrong. But I think the general idea is that I calculated that you could make 0.25 of these every second and 0.2 of these every second if you were to have enough machines to make 1. So 5 of these would make 1 gravel every second, and from there I then sort of calculated a ratio that means they produce the same amount for the amount of ingredients that we have, and that ratio was 5 to 8, I do believe. So over here for sand we have 8 machines producing that and 5 machines producing gravel, and so they produce the same amount of materials that we need. And so as long as we have enough gunpowder coming in, we should never have an overflow of materials because they're being produced at the same rate. But of course, now that I've looked at it, I realised I calculated it for just 4 sand when actually we need 12. So I need to go back to the drawing board with that. But because this design is modular, it means that I can just easily modify it, add those extra things, and yeah, then we're good to go. So what I'm going to do now is just go over my calculations again, make sure it's right, add the extra sand that we need, and then we're going to be firing up for this thing for the first time. And I think the problem that we're going to encounter is with the speed that the gunpowder gets delivered into this barrel here. But what I can do, and I can show you the example of how this pulls out stacks of items at a time, is perhaps put an electrical engine over here and simply just transfer the contents of one barrel into the one that's next to the auto crafting table. Now the other problem we might encounter is how fast do these auto crafting tables work. Again, we have the electrical engines, so we could be constrained to the speed of that because it won't be pulling out a stack of items at a time, and that might be a situation where it's a good thing to use the logic gate because then it'll pull out the items faster. So I'm going to set up the sand and then we've got some testing to do. Okay, what is happening here? Things have changed. Well, I started up all of these machines, the igneous extruders, and I forgot that these were powered. So gravel started producing, I started recording, I started up sand, and then I realised that I just hadn't set up enough of this. I hadn't set up the auto crafting tables, and yeah, it kind of turned into a little bit of a disaster. Also, I had this thing powered up on this side. Silly little mistake because you can only put items in from the top of a barrel, so I've had to move it around here. And now we've got this wire that goes over the top, so it doesn't look as compact, and I don't really have the time to give it too much thought. I've also had to run a wire across the back here. I have no idea if that affects that crafting table in any way, but it seems that it's used up all of the sand and gunpowder that was available. In fact, let's get the gunpowder going at the moment. So the reason that I wanted to start both of these at the same time is because the gravel... No, the gravel doesn't really have a buffer because it's going to go into this barrel, but this will pull out a stack at a time. So it's going to go straight down into the macerator, and the idea is that the macerator should be able to keep up with the pace of gravel coming in, but then it only stores a certain amount as well, so we need enough gunpowder and sand coming into the system that it crafts it fast enough. So that's why I've calculated the amount of sand to be produced at the same rate, and we just need to get a whole bunch of gunpowder into that barrel as a buffer. So I'm probably going to replace one of these with an electric engine as well. Now I've just observed something really important as well here. This pulls out one at a time, it would seem. So you can see it's quite fast, but it's the same speed as a redstone engine when it's at its max speed. So it doesn't pull it out any faster because it can pull out stacks of items. So it might be a good idea to change that into a gate and then make that produce faster. Anyway, I think we're now ready to turn on all of these. I think there's probably something else that I've overlooked, but we'll find out in a moment. Okay, it seemed like when I made these modifications to this here, some of the iron pipes got changed, so we had some gunpowder backing up and some sand as well. That one there had changed, but now everything appears to be working, and I've taken out the overflow of TNT that we had in here. So as long as we can provide enough TNT, I think my calculations were correct, because if you have a look at this, you don't even see the sand going to the barrel. Same for the gravel as well. We have a slight build up here, which is interesting. That was at 44 a moment ago, now it's over a stack. So it's possible that maybe the gravel is actually coming in faster and I have to do my maths again. But you can see here that ITNT is slowly building up, and Raven's Child was AFKing over here. He also helped me set up the power for this as well, which was kind of him. And yeah, he's just checking this out now as well. Let's have a look at the macerator again. It does seem like we have too much gravel coming into the system there. It is possible that since I've been recording, maybe the sand from the very top hasn't made its way all the way down to the bottom yet, which is a flaw in this design actually. So yeah, I'm going to leave this thing running for a while and come back in a moment. I should have learned by now to test my machines more before I start recording. Although hopefully the trouble solving kind of thing is interesting for you, but I've had enough of this now. I've been working on this for ages and we've still got some problems, but I'm going to tell you about the ones that I've fixed. And also these iron pipes here next to the gunpowder, and also back here, they keep changing. I don't know what it is, but every now and then they switch back, which is very irritating, because if you don't notice it, then the materials stop coming back into the system. But if we have a look at this here, you can see that we've got more sand, because we've run out of flint here. So my calculations are incorrect. I need to evaluate those, because I'm pretty sure my maths was spot on. Maybe I did make a big mistake when I decided to triple the amount of sand that we're producing. Perhaps I've just overlooked something there. But anyway, the macerator was giving us some problems. Now, it didn't work with the auto crafting table, and the test that we done I don't think was with the same recipe. So this is trying to pull out 6 items at once. Perhaps that's why it doesn't work. It can do a recipe that pulls out 1 or 2 items at once, but 6, it just doesn't work. And also we have barrels next to this as well, and something really strange was happening. The flint was coming into the barrel, it was getting pulled into the auto crafting table, and then nothing was happening. Now what I think this was doing is it was requesting flint, and it would only receive 1 or 2 from the barrel at a time, and then it would say, well, that's not enough, and then it requests some more, and it didn't take into account that it had already taken a few flint out of the barrel. So I've replaced that with a chest, and now this works fine. You can see that ITNT is slowly filling up down below, but what we have to deal with now is the flow of items. Still not bothering with the gunpowder. That's something I'm going to do another day. I think I'm going to build a farm with some creeper spawners, and then get them set up to the rate where it produces the same amount of gunpowder it needs for the crafting recipe with sand. But I just want to get the flow right at the moment. I think what I want to do is actually increase the amount of flint coming through here, because you can see the macerator is dealing with it just fine. I could upgrade the amount of power coming in and give this an upgrade as well. So I think I'm going to add more, but what I need to do next is try and figure out where I went wrong with my maths and why we have so much extra sand coming through. So what did I do in the beginning of this episode? I decided to triple the amount of sand that we were producing, because I thought I had miscalculated it and only considered that there was 1 TNT. Should have really double checked that before I made all of this, because no, I calculated the whole recipe, and now if you have a look you can see there's no sand being built up. Of course we have more than enough gunpowder because we haven't calculated that yet, and the thing that's actually starting to build up a little is the flint. So the flint seems to be coming in slightly faster, which isn't too much of a problem. But now that I've disabled the top 2/3 of our sand production, you can see that everything is coming in at the right pace. You know, these aren't getting backed up, although the flint, as I said, seems to be slightly faster. And now the ITNT is being produced at a fairly slow rate. It's like 1 every couple of seconds, and this means now that we can expand the design that we already have. But I am actually going to take a break from working on this. You know why? I've been doing this for hours this morning, and I spent a couple of hours the other day setting all of this up. It's been a tough little learning process, but now that the machine's running it feels good, so I'm going to leave this running AFK. It seems to be putting in enough gunpowder, so what I might do is put an electrical engine here to take all 617 stacks of that and put it into that barrel, and then just leave the redstone engines running on the other 2, and then this thing can just run for as long as it wants. It will keep producing more and more industrial TNT. In fact, we might have to send that into the processing plant using a tesseract. Now another thing, I was looking at this design, I wish I'd put this on the other side, because what I can do is build another array like this directly next to it. In fact, I think what I could also do is have the tesseracts in the middle, and then have some of these redstone energy conduits to connect to the rock crushers on either side, which would look really nice and organised So that's probably what I'm going to do when I decide to expand this. But the cool thing with that is when we build another 5 of these, it means I turn on, I do believe it is 12 of these. So there's 4 on each level, 4 of each machine, there's 2 of each machine. It's hard to tell because you can't see all the different things on the back. If you look on the sides here, you can see the ones that give you the items. They are the pulverizers, and then you have the ignis extruders above them. But yeah, basically I can turn on another 1/3 of this when I build 5 more of these rock crushers, and then if I want to build more of these again, I can turn on the other ones, and that's going to be really interesting to do because we can see the bottleneck of this sort of get increased. But we'll come back to this project at another time. I hope you don't mind, it's been really tedious for me. I was hoping to do this all this morning, but all the problems that we have taken up so much time. And another thing that I think we're going to have to do is replace these with those gates, because when we bring through more materials, no, not these ones, these ones here, these ones need to be replaced with the gates so they can pull items out of the crafting table faster, because at the moment you can see it's keeping up with it, but these don't, or at least the crafting tables I don't think stack up the items when they craft them. They'll only make one at a time. So this one here is probably going to be replaced with a gate, and this one here. Well, after all the problems, our ITNT machine is now working. We can leave this running in the background making ITNT for us, which is great. So we're going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to show you some footage of me crafting some solar panels, an extreme amount of solar panels for our UU matter station. So we need to craft a lot of solar panels. I've talked about it before. At the UU matter station we have 484 solar panels, and we want a total of 2,304. That means we need another 1,820, and that is actually 28.5 stacks of solar panels that we need. So this is going to take me a long time to do. I thought I'd set up a little project area over there somewhere and slowly gather all of the materials that we need. So you can see I've gathered tons of silicon already, but we need, oh, okay, I think I just clicked on the wrong thing. We need, okay, no, that was the solar panel. There we go. Okay, so we need carbon plates, glass panes, we've got all this stuff that we need to collect, and we need 28.5 stacks of each of them. So I'm going to gather all of those over in an area over there, and when I finally finish gathering those materials, it could be a while from now, but for you it'll be in just a moment, we will craft those 28.5 stacks of solar panels. So I was hoping to jump straight to the end product and show you me crafting everything, and I realised there's so much more that goes into this. So I've been doing a few things. First of all, this is our crafting area. We have 15 project tables, and each one has 2 stacks of solar panels in them. You can see we've got all of the ingredients for these ones. The glass was very easy to do. The silicon we were low on, so I had to go and set up the industrial electrolyzers again. I actually thought I had enough, but I never counted it. I just kind of looked and went, that'll do, which is quite foolish of me. I've been setting up the assembly tables to mix gold and redstone to make them, so that's a time thing right there. And also the carbon plates. We have this machine set up, which obviously isn't compact, it's just something to do the job quickly. I calculated how much coal you would need in total, which I think was 240 or 280, and I put it all in there, and now this thing's just going to go over time. The crafting table will take straight out of the macerator and pass it through other crafting tables, and then it makes its way around here like that. And I'm wondering if this is backed up at all yet. No, it's still doing okay. So they're all collecting in a chest around there. And yeah, so we have 15 of these, 2 stacks in each means 30 in total. We only need 28.5, but we might as well just do it to 30. It definitely makes things easier because you can calculate better, or at least the numbers are just nicer to work with. So you can see here how far along I've come, and then when we get around the corner here we run out of silicon and it's just the glass that's there, so everything's going to take a bit of time. And what I'm doing at the moment is making the generators. So I've made all of my iron furnaces, refined iron, and I need to make the RE batteries. And what I've been doing is using project tables over here, grabbing the materials. It's actually quite interesting because you're just dealing with so much and you have to find little ways of making it work well. But at the moment what I've got to do is take these 3 ingredients and craft them into RE batteries. So what I'm going to do is something like this. Just let's put the copper at the top, the tin goes on either side, and then the redstone in the middle. So if we work out a ratio there, it's 1 to 2 to 4. So if I go 1, 2, then go for 8 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 16 of these. 15, 16. There we go. I had to count all of that. And then we can just dump all of this into the table. Make sure we have plenty of tin in there. And then pull them out like that. And I'm just going to have to do this over and over again until we have enough of these batteries. In fact, until all of them have been made. And now what I need to do... Oh, and I pulled out too many as well. I should really get a project plan made for this. I do have those. And then we put them into this barrel here. So we double click on that. And so that's what I'll be doing. And then when I've done that, I'm going to be doing the same thing all over again, except with these 3 ingredients. Well, we are almost done. There's our generators. We've just got a little bit left to go. It's been crazy standing here, pulling out all the materials and chucking them into the bench. You've got to sort of manage it, the amount of materials you pull out and put in each time. It's pretty cool. And that should be the last of it. Oh, I've missed something. Oh well. There we go. And 61 plus 1. Yes. There we go. We have 30 generators. So now I can take all of those and go and put them in our project tables. Okay, things have now escalated to the escalated to the next level. We're almost done getting our solar panels here. You can see we've got some silicon in that one, but that one's all finished. And this one here. So 2 left to go. But we decided that what we want to do is get as much of this done as possible before we update and the solar panel recipes change. And so we have a load of advanced solar panels ready here to go. Still crafting a few ingredients for those. I think uranium was the bottleneck, so if we can get more of that, then we'll make more of these irradiant glass panes and possibly get even more advanced solar panels, but we don't want to leave it too long. So when these ones are done, which shouldn't be too long from now, then we should be ready to craft all of these. You guys coming?
Yes.
We
He's
want to
putting
make
his
a day
suit
or not?
back on so he doesn't look like Steve.
We'll
Okay,
make
so
it day.
Ravens and King Happy are here with me. We have now got absolutely everything ready, so have a look in these project table, guys. Everything is full up. We had to wait on the silicon for ages, and we've even got another extra 2 project tables full of all the ingredients for the advanced solar panels. So that is 14 stacks of advanced solar panels and 30 of solar ones, of course. 14 of those are going to go into the advanced ones. So should we get crafting?
Yep.
Okay, cool. It's gonna take a while. I've got to remember the recipe. Actually, do you know what? I
Yeah,
could
I've
really
remembered
do
that
with
as
one of
well.
those things that lets you... I think I've got some right here. Blank plans? That's right, isn't it?
Okay, 2 stacks down.
Okay,
I'm ready.
King's on a roll. I got to catch up now.
I place one recipe, then I forget it when I move on to the next one.
I am going by memory here. I think I remember it all. I've looked at it enough time, so I'm
Okay.
getting the ingredients ready. Yes, make a plan. Okay, so...
Damn, you're
that.
gonna beat me now.
Yeah, I am. Oh, that's going to be so easy now. Okay, you can't shift-click that in there. That's good to know.
Oh, and empty my inventory.
Yeah, there's barrels to put them in, by the way. Oh, what happened there? I didn't take the plan out.
Yeah, let's see how many stacks
the
you have at
most?
the end.
Okay, well, King's right next to me, so I'm going to assume he's got those. Let's go over here. It's like a race, crafting race.
Damn.
Oh, that's empty. Is that all of them? There's a lot of
Yes.
gold over there.
That was me, empty my inventory.
Oh, there's one here that hasn't been done. Let's do that quickly. Oh,
I
look
have
at all
8
those solar
stacks.
panels.
I got them, I got them. I got most of them, I think. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stacks.
Okay, I got 8, 10, 12. Beat you by 1.
Oh, with a plan though. Such a cheater.
Yeah. Right, so should we
Because
do
you had
these?
a
We
head
got to put in
start.
2 in each of these. There we
Yep.
go. Put the solar panels in each of them, and then we're going to put the rest in a barrel.
Are we
Probably not
crafting
gonna
the
put these-
advanced?
Sorry.
Are we crafting the advanced right away?
Yeah, just start
Yep.
crafting them. Oh, I'm putting.
Oh, I don't remember this recipe though.
Okay, it looks like we've just got to craft them now.
Got it.
Nope, not that one.
Oh
Let's-
man,
Not done this for so long.
got it.
There we are.
Oh, I think I'm going to win this one then.
Yeah, you've
Oh,
probably
I'm
got a
going to
plan.
win. I got my sneaky plan.
Oh god.
Oh, that's been done. There we go.
Oh, that's yours.
Oh, they're
Mine.
all gone. I think that's all of them. That's it. We've done it. Okay, right. Let's put our solar
No,
panels.
there's still one over
No,
here.
no,
that's
no.
not done.
There's one.
Is there?
I still have one to
Oh,
one to
yeah.
go.
I'll do that for you.
Have it.
Ah.
Right, solar
click
panels
that.
on that side, advanced on this one.
And let's see.
Look at that. That's insane. Maybe one day we'll be doing this with ultimates as well.
Is there another stack somewhere? Oh,
Yeah,
there's
let me
extra
empty
here.
Do the
out
math.
my.
Do the math. There we go. 30 stacks. That was right. In total. We got an extra 1 solar panel and an extra 5 advanced.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, you
I
had some extras on you.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, everyone. That is some extreme crafting right there.
Okay, I've 4 stacks more.
Panels.
Yes.
You took more than your fair share. I think I took 5 stacks and.
Exuma took 5. I took 4.
Oh, have you got 5 stacks left then?
I don't place any. No.
That's what happens
What?
when you don't place solar panels. They just reproduce themselves.
That's a good little duping technique there. You should teach us. Now, if you don't place them, you
Why?
get more.
Why?
didn't
I want to
place
keep it to myself.
It didn't
Well, you
place any solar panels.
You said you started off with 4 stacks and now you have 5.
No. I said Exuma took 5 and I took 4 because you said
Oh, they
something,
said you had 5 still.
something about the fair share.
Well, I'd place my 5 in a couple of seconds. Want
Yeah.
me to place yours?
I'm out of glass, guys. I think we
got
should
more
give
glass.
up on this
I've
project.
got more glass on me.
I'm
I've
not
got loads of
ready
glass. Look,
here.
here's-
I
here's
still
what's that-
got solar panels.
Oh, waiting for the slow German again. Oh.
Fuck you.
Hello everybody and welcome back to some more crafting solar panels with us, the
Yay!
technical
Woo!
beasters. That sounds
With
awful.
popcorn, nice.
Greg Tech Don B style.
So we're gonna craft more of these. Yeah,
Greg
check it
Tech
out.
bestiality.
Uh,
Who wants
We've
the
gone all
pride
out.
of making them?
Okay, 7
I reckon.
of advanced solar panels.
I reckon one of you should do it.
Let Ravens do it. I've made enough solar panels, I think. Go Ravens, go.
Yeah, okay.
1. Quickly, faster.
No,
Faster,
no.
Put in the plan,
Faster.
quick.
Go.
Shift. There we go.
Ah, I have
It's
to
like a
get the
crafting
plan.
race.
I need a plan in every one of these.
Quicker. I got them. Deal.
Get the plan in here.
Oh, I didn't get them. What? They went
Get
from
the plan
eventually, then
in
they went back. I haven't. You're all sitting there clicking on the output.
What's going on?
Plan.
Everyone's clicking on the output. Everyone's trying to
Where's
snatch
the
them.
plan?
I got half.
Nice.
No, I didn't. They went back. Now I got half. Now they
I
got.
took half out
No.
just to troll you. I've got 'em.
Oh, my inventory's going from half to full. I've got half on me now.
So what do we have now?
think.
Another 7 stacks? There we go.
Yes.
7 more stacks of advanced solar panels. Right, let's go and install them.
Man.
Hope you enjoyed that footage of us making the solar panels and taking it easy, just having a laugh really. That was a lot of fun to do, and since then I've realised that we can make more advanced solar panels because overnight I left 11 quarries running in the UU Matter area and we had enough uranium come through to make another 5 stacks of advanced solar panels. So over here you can see I already started to craft these, and for some reason, like an idiot, I put 1 block of advanced machine block in each table instead of a stack. I don't know why I did that. So I'm preparing the materials to do that. So that is actually going to take me some time to get finished, and soon we're going to be updating to 8.2. Now, we tried to update to 8.1 a while ago, and there was something wrong with that. Our tesseracts didn't work, and other people had some other troubles as well. So we were waiting for the next major stable release. At the moment, we're on 8.0.1, and in 8.2, which is what we're going to upgrade to once we've done these solar panels, or at least later on today. If we get these done in time, that will be great, but if not, we're going to upgrade anyway. yeah, the solar panel recipe's changed, so that's why we were prompted to get this done with. We probably should have done it a while ago, because it turns out we have plenty of resources for making these. It's just a little bit tedious, but when you work together as a team, you know, things go down really well. So let's have a look at the UU matter station. It is now enormous. In fact, if you look at the mini map, and I found out that you can do that, which is really cool, you can see that this thing is enormous. Look at that. And that is, oh, and the chunks are not loading over here. Let's just zoom over there. I'd say that is pretty much 3/4 done. We've only got this bit over this side to do now, and we're going to craft some more stacks and get that finished off soon. So I'll have that to show you next episode. You can see we're producing a lot more scrap here. I've learned how these machines work and how to set them up as well. So I've been learning a lot about machines, and at some point I want to come here and make this look a lot nicer and have a nice, I don't know, structure under here or something going on, because this thing that I originally designed turned out not to be big enough for our plans. So let's have a look at how quickly the UU matter is being produced. Look at that, there's not even enough scrap boxes. So it would appear that I have to expand this even more. That's something I'll do in a moment. And how much electricity or EU are we producing? I have an EU reader, and I don't know how to calculate all these numbers, but for those of you that do, look at that. That is a hell of a lot. As I said, I'm not really sure how to calculate that, but supposedly I think you divide it by 30 and that will tell you how many EU we're producing a tick. So it's a hell of a lot. And also I've been working on the perimeter as well. If we just fly off in this direction, you can see I've had tons of quarries out here. Now this line of wooden planks here, that's the border of the chunk. I think it's on the inside of this chunk. We can press F3 to see that. Where are we? 14? No, wrong one. So 15 and then 0. So this is actually on the outside. That's on the chunks outside of perimeter, and I've been putting this in place. And the next thing to do, which is very tedious, is to put in some fillers that will fill up all of the land below it with the same material, and then that's going to be our border. Then I can remove all of this water after that and get rid of these extra bits of land that have been left behind. But that is it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a longer one than usual. I think more of the episodes are going to be like that because I'm playing on here so much and really enjoying it. And there was actually some more things that I've been up to that I wanted to show you this episode, but we kind of run out of time. So we've got that to look forward to as well, even though I haven't told you what it is. Don't worry, it's nothing too exciting, but yeah, I think you're going to enjoy some of the other things I've been doing. So as always, thank you for watching. If you put a like on this video, it is really appreciated. I know you guys know it helps by now. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.